What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. You're probably wondering, what in the heck am I doing with this? This gorgeous piece of equipment is what was from the 1999 GMC Suburban. That's right, it ain't mine. That's Matt and Lydia's. So the Suburban got totaled. They actually, I thought it was a mistake. I'm gonna admit I was wrong. They put full coverage insurance on that truck and it got totaled. Well, they got, and it was paid off. They got money back from the insurance company on the wreckage of the Suburban. Parlay that into a down payment on a 2012 BMW 650i, 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. See if you can keep that out of trouble. I got to take this. We literally just took delivery of it for him today. Matt found this car online, a local dealer where I bought my my 2 Ram trucks. So it's a used car, obviously. He bought it through them, credit all through Matthew, all of that, whatnot. So I am completely separate from this car, except I'm the one that picked it up for him and all that. So now I got to transport to North Carolina for him. So we're literally, me and the mouse in my pocket, I'm literally just going to jump right in the car and then drive on to North Carolina, drop it off, and then he's going to put me on an airplane and fly me home. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about what's inside. If you want, I'll come show you the car quick, though.
Yes, I know the license plate is crooked. It was like that. I told the person I would take it off, but because the bumper already has holes in it, yeah, some jabroni just drilled holes right in the bumper and put it on. I'm not happy with that, but it is what it is. It's not that bad. He could get the proper bracket for it and be done. Just put it on and be done with it. But yeah, there it is. And this is a hot ass car. I feel bad I got to drive it in a crappy weather, but yeah, there it is in all its glory. But it is a beast.
All right, well, I'll show you what's going on in the shop here, and then we'll get back to the car. But I want to show you what's going on because we got a lot of cool stuff going on. We just got back from delivering loads up in Massachusetts and New York and all of that up there. And then we went to Ohio and we picked up something. Check this out.
Orwell's parked inside, happy and warm. It is still quite cold outside. While I was gone, Chris was working diligently on Elaine. Both fuel tanks are removed. We're getting ready to figure out how we're going to do exhaust on this unit. We did get a bracket just to see how it works. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. Before I got back, Chris did get the new PT pump. I had Jen go pick it up for us. So he's in the middle of installing that. I think it's pretty much already ready to go, but we do need some gaskets to put the rocker box back in and seal that all up.
We took that apart to try to determine the difference between STC and non-STC injectors. We were looking to see if we can convert it, which turns out, no, it's a very big process, which includes tearing down the entire engine, which might end up happening. We don't know, but I like to at least get it running and see where we're at with that engine, see how we do. But the big news is laying right here on the floor. Right here, we unloaded yesterday. We backed the trailer in, and we went ahead and took the tarps off. These are the brand new frame rails for our 1983 Ford CL9000, already pre-drilled, ready to go. We bought these at Vicon up in Mentor, Ohio. There's a whole video. They actually followed it around a little bit with a camera and gave me the SD drive on how these frames were made. But yeah, that's what we got going on here. So this is the frame, and what you see for length is about how big the truck's going to be.
This is the front. And that's the back. It's different from the template that we used because that particular frame was kind of butchered up. So basically, this is Peterbilt air leaf rear suspension setup. So your bolt pattern for your Peterbilt, your shock mounts, your bolt pattern for your Peterbilt again, your frame bracket that holds there. And then from here on, if I remember right, this is one of the fuel tank mounts, and then further up is the second one. Yeah, fuel tank mount, and then the rest is all Ford. But we altered where the fuel tank mounts were So that was all done. So yeah, that's the new frame rails. Ford front end, Peterbilt rear end, custom made frames. Check that out, boys and girls.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, that one. Okay, so a while back we discussed when we were working on Tim Gentry's Rooster in here that we are going to start taking cash paying jobs to start bringing in the shop more revenue. This is one we're going to be working on. We will talk a little bit about this truck as we start working on it, but that's not primary. I'm not trying to make a lot of videos with customer vehicles. However, the guy that owns this truck, he's a subscriber, he's a fan, and he don't mind seeing the truck on the channel. So what we're going to do is show a little bit of what we're doing here. But yeah, we are taking cash jobs to, like I said, bring revenue into the shop. So if you need to get a hold of me for something, now we're not doing like computerized engines and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing anything like really super crazy with, if you got warranty work on your pack car, your modern day Cummins, any of that kind of EGR stuff, all of that whatnot, I'm not the guy to see. Take that to the dealer and hope and pray for the best. If you have older antique equipment, maybe not antique, but older equipment that, the dealers really don't want to mess with and you don't want to mess with it, or maybe you don't have a shop and it's cold outside and wants to work outside, you can reach out to me at FSCTruckShop@gmail.com. Right here on the screen, FSCTruckShop@gmail.com. That's how he got a hold of me. We got it inside, so we're going to get started on that here shortly. What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Yeah, that's a view we haven't seen in quite a long time, isn't it? Well, obviously, Jen calls it the merch church. I just been calling it the chapel trailer / merch trailer. I don't know what we call it, but it ain't there anymore. But we do have a parade of Peterbilts. It's kind of interesting sitting right here and looking right at that. That's weird. I think they pictured that actually for the Facebook page. The FSC trucking one, not the real one. All caps FSC, not that fake one that tries to scam you. All right, enough about that. Anyway, we're getting ready to fire Orwell up, so we got to go get loaded. This week, when we're on our way out, we're going to get loaded for out east. It was supposed to be in New England, but then it turned into New Jersey. I think maybe Connecticut, not 100%. Either way, when we're coming back from that, the plan is we should be grabbing my frames from Vicon up in northern Ohio, up by Cleveland, or Mintor, Ohio, actually. Should be getting the frames for the Ford, bringing that back. So right here in front of us, before we get in and fire up Orwell, this is the front end of the Ford. Yesterday off camera, me and Chris went ahead and it fought us a little bit, but we got it done. We went and separated the springs from the frame horn, and this part right here is what holds is where the front of the frame ends, and the Cabover part of the truck basically begins. So that's the front axle. We're getting ready to clean it up and get ready. Well, Chris is getting ready to clean it up and get ready for starting to install the frame rails, mock it up, and get ready to paint it all. So you got to take it all apart, figure out what all we need and what we don't. So with that, for the purposes of this video, I want to show you, hey, the shop is basically empty now. Of course, it won't take long to fill it, I'm sure. But the Ford is going to grow. Elaine's going to sashay over a little bit. Also this week, we should be getting a pump back for Elaine to be able to get it fired up and run it again. So obviously we've been doing a lot of work straightening and getting everything looking better for you guys, because I don't know, it's bigger, brighter, just makes for nicer, prettier videos. So doing our best we can to step up and elevate the game. With that, we got the air hose hooked up to Orwell. That way once I fire it up, it'll already have air in it. Fire it up, open the door, out the door. Otherwise it'll sit here and have air up idling and smoke the whole shop out. So with that, I'll have Chris hit the air. We'll fire them up and get on down the line.
put the door stop in. Oh, how nice that is to have the door stop on the door so it doesn't fly all the way open anymore. Big thanks to Chris for fixing that for me. Man, I really appreciate that. That makes life easy. Alrighty. New year 2025. 24. We're done with it. I've been done with it. I think basically everybody has. New calendar from the local Peterbilt dealer. There we are, January. Today is January 17. We're halfway through the month already. Wow. A little bit of heat to it, a little chilly. All right, let's get out of here. Hit that like and subscribe with vigor, not like that weak thing I just did with the brake valve. Excellent. Alrighty. Let's get on with it. It's a good day today. Trucking. Today. Actually, now I think about it, it was real windy yesterday too. We did. We were out over New Year's, came home, and I haven't really gone anywhere since. We had some issues with the trailer, wiring problems again. I had Chris work on that. Didn't think that'd be a very good video, but long story short, the main wiring harness once again had problems, and that was because a lot of the frame clips that holds the wiring harness up had broke and allowed the harness to fall and drag on the ground and created a obvious wiring problem. So that got handled in the shop, fixed that, all new frame clips, all new wiring harness, and Chris simplified the wiring by adding a junction box on the back of the trailer, and it worked so much nicer. And when we redo the trailer, everything he installed can be removed and reinstalled after the trailer's finished. That's going to come up. In the last few shop videos, we got the chapel trailer, the merch trailer. Jen started calling it the merch church.
I don't know if that works, but it kind of starts to stick. Let me know. Leave a comment if you think Birch Church is a good idea for that trailer. Either way, we got it outside, and I decided it'd be easier to store it off-site. So we moved it, so you didn't see it when we left. So we still have it, it's just I moved it off-site. So now we have a lot more room in the shop to work. So as mentioned before, on this trip, because we're loading, I forget where all of it's going, but we're going out east. I'm loading for Jersey. Mentioned some about a load to Connecticut, but I'm not 100% on what else. It's going to be an LTL ride this week. This load we're going to pick up right now in Oshkosh is why I don't have a hydraulic detached trailer. Because if you look at the one that if you look at the trailer that Tim Gentry used when he came up to me, I point out you can't get freight on that top deck. Well, on mine you can, and this load we have to. So I'm tired of arguing with people the cost of a hydraulic RGN. That trailer that Tim has is a 3-axle trailer. I don't know its weight rating. It has a 26-foot well. Mine is a 2-axle trailer with a removable third that I do not yet own. And it is a 29-foot well. But I have a short top deck of only 8 feet. So the trailer sits right now at 48 feet with a 29-foot well. And with the short trailer, we still put big strikers. The big strikers we haul, Tim cannot haul. He doesn't have enough room in the well. Now we're back to freight-specific trailers for specific loads that we do. Now you might understand it better. Either way, we're on our way to Oshkosh to load, go east. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how we do with the load back, the plan is we're gonna go up to Vicon in Ventura, Ohio, and we'll pick up our new frame. And I am excited. Finally, after we got the shop cleared out and cleaned up and rearranged, and I was like, hey Chris, let's get that front end off that Ford, get it out, start taking it apart, cleaning it, prepping it, and getting it ready to be put back together. And man, you didn't have to tell Chris another minute. He was on that like, boom, working right on it. He's been excited to work on that Ford too. This idea of building a truck, like taking an old truck, taking it all apart and building it all new. We've never done that before, not to that extent. Oh, what have we here? Wad one up at this 4-way. Oof! There's a Dodge. How did that happen? There's a Dodge Ram way out in the weeds in someone's yard. In this way right here. Port and Sons Trucking. probably their shop vehicle or something. I never heard of Ort and Sons Trucking. Probably a smaller outfit locally here. I don't know, just by the look of it, it looks like somebody didn't stop for the four-way and just kept on trucking. That's I think that's the second time I've seen a wreck like that right there. That happened within the last hour. And I come through there with the dually on my way to work. Either way, hope everyone's all right. I don't see ambulances and stuff. Now it's just a recovery. Man, that sucks. Oh, speaking of wrecks, wasn't all that long ago when Chris started on right here, the first thing I had him do was start working on that Suburban wedding gift for my my son and my daughter-in-law when they got married. I bought them and built them that Suburban. You know, we bought it, brought it in, repainted it, took care of all the mechanical problems, and sent it down to North Carolina for them. My youngest son is a Marine, active duty, and that was their wedding gift. Well, sadly, Lydia crashed it, his wife, and totaled it. Absolutely destroyed the truck, but that truck survived. I mean, she survived. And do you believe if she was in a lesser vehicle, she wouldn't be here no more. So I look at it like, you know, that it felt like I was supposed to buy that truck. Everything felt like, I know it's kind of like a spiritual way of thinking of it, but it always felt like I was supposed to buy that truck. And it was just a push and push and push and fight. And I had to fight because I had to argue with people that was a good choice of a vehicle for my son and my daughter-in-law, and others disagreed. Matt was all in on it. But there was other family influences involved that told me I was an idiot, and I was proven to be correct. And just like at my shop, you gotta watch these doors.
They're actually, I think, narrower than mine at the shop. It's easy to screw up and pop your mirror into the door frame. Excellent. All right, let's go get this load. It's going on the, gonna want a top deck. Yeah, just bring it right to the edge and hold him in. Set up it. That should do. That's good. That works. No, I'm good. If I need a no hook, no problem.
Okay, I'll do it. Sure.